Number 10. 1971 Toyota Corona Mark II 1900 SL. The 1971 Toyota Corona Mark II 1900 SL might have seemed like just another family sedan at first glance, but it was far more than it appeared. Beneath its conservative design, it featured a 1.9-liter 8R inline-4 engine, producing 105 horsepower and 104 pound-feet of torque. While not a speed demon, it could still surprise with its surprisingly lively performance, especially in city traffic. With a 0 to 60 mph time of just under 13 seconds, it balanced Toyota's legendary reliability with a surprisingly refined driving experience, making it an underrated sleeper despite its heavier weight and lack of outright speed. Number 9. 1974 Nissan Bluebird 610 SSS. Next up is the 1974 Nissan Bluebird 610 SSS. On the surface, the Bluebird was your average family sedan. Nothing about it stood out in a crowd. Conservative styling, modest proportions, this car looked like the definition of an unremarkable commuter vehicle. But Nissan had a little surprise in store. The 610 SSS was part of a shift in Nissan's design, making it more appealing on the international stage while still keeping a practical and understated look. The SSS trim, short for Super Sport Sedan, was equipped with a 1.6-liter L16 inline-4 engine, fitted with twin Hitachi SU carburetors, delivering about 109 horsepower and 101 pound-feet of torque. With a 0 to 60 mph time of about 11.5 seconds, it wasn't going to blow anyone away, but it was quick enough to leave other unsuspecting cars behind. It had a more agile suspension and sharper steering, making it a surprisingly fun car to drive on twisty roads. Though its handling was a bit soft for those looking for a more aggressive ride, the 610 SSS was a perfect example of a sleeper car that didn't need to shout about its performance. It simply performed when called upon, and that quiet confidence earned it a spot on this list. Number 8. 1975 Mitsubishi Galant GTO 2000 GSR. Now let's talk about the 1975 Mitsubishi Galant GTO 2000 GSR, a car that looked like it was all show but had much more muscle than most would give it credit for. With styling that drew inspiration from American muscle cars, the GTO had an aggressive look, long hood, fastback silhouette, and sharp lines. But despite the bold exterior, many dismissed it as just another sporty-looking coupe without any real substance. And that's where they were wrong. The GTO 2000 GSR was equipped with a 2.0-liter Saturn inline-4 engine, producing 125 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque. It could hit 0 to 60 mph in about 9.7 seconds, a respectable time for its era. The GTO also featured firmer suspension, front disc brakes, and a 5-speed manual transmission, making it nimble through tight corners. But like any true sleeper, the Galant's true potential wasn't immediately apparent. Most people underestimated it, and that worked in the car's favor. Despite a ride that could be harsh on rough surfaces and its reputation as style over substance, the GTO 2000 GSR stood out as a sleeper car that quietly outperformed many of its flashier competitors. Number 7. 1977 Isuzu 117 Coupe XC. The 1977 Isuzu 117 Coupe XC takes a completely different approach. Where most cars on this list relied on raw power, the 117 Coupe XC was more about elegance with a surprising twist. Designed by the legendary Giorgetto Giugiaro, this coupe had a sleek European flair, combining style and sophistication in a way few of its contemporaries could. Under the hood was a 1.8-liter DOHC inline-4 engine with fuel injection, producing 130 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque, with a 0 to 60 mph time of 9.5 seconds. The 117 XC wasn't the fastest, but it certainly had enough power to surprise when needed. The car also stood out with precise steering, well-tuned suspension, and an upscale interior featuring leather seats and wood trim, far ahead of most other Japanese cars of the time. It wasn't perfect, its extra weight dulled its edge, and its rarity made it a premium-priced option. But the 117 Coupe XC's mix of luxury, performance, and understated design made it a true sleeper car of the 70s. Number 6. 1973 Mazda Loose Rotary Coupe. Mazda was always a brand known for its willingness to try something different, and the 1973 Mazda Loose Rotary Coupe was a prime example of that. While other automakers were perfecting piston engines, Mazda was pushing the rotary engine into the spotlight. The Loose Coupe carried this unique engine, designed by Bertone, with a combination of sleek European styling and the unorthodox powertrain that set it apart from the crowd. Under the hood was Mazda's 12A rotary engine, which produced 130 horsepower and 115 pound-feet of torque. It It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 9.8 seconds. The rotary engine's high revving nature made the Luce feel energetic and eager, while its suspension provided a smooth and comfortable ride. Despite its innovation, the rotary engine had its downsides, especially when it came to fuel efficiency and reliability, which could be a bit tricky. But for those who embraced it, the Luce Rotary Coupe offered a driving experience that was both unique and thrilling, proof that you didn't need a loud engine to make a statement on the road. Number 5. 1971 Prince Skyline GC10 2000 GT. Sliding over to something a bit more refined, the 1971 Prince Skyline GC10 2000 GT was a car that didn't make a huge fuss, yet carried a legacy of subtle performance. This wasn't the iconic GTR, but the 2000 GT, the more understated sibling. Still, this car carried the DNA of European touring cars, thanks to its smooth inline-six engine that made it a joy to drive. With a 2.0-liter engine producing 115 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque, the 2000 GT could reach 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 11 seconds. While not blistering, it was enough to surprise anyone who underestimated it. The car's smooth power delivery and well-balanced chassis made it a true driver's car, even if it lacked the aggressive edge of its GTR sibling. This understated beauty was perfect for those who appreciated quiet elegance over loud performance. Number 4. 1976 Toyota Crown Coupe MS112. The 1976 Toyota Crown Coupe MS112 might not have been the first car people thought of when considering performance, but it had some hidden talents. Most people knew the Toyota Crown for its luxury sedans, but this coupe version combined executive-level comfort with a surprisingly capable powertrain. Beneath the luxurious design, the Crown Coupe featured a 2.6-liter straight-six engine that produced 140 horsepower and 156 pound-feet of torque. With a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of around 10.5 seconds, it wasn't a world beater, but it could still catch others off guard. The smooth power delivery and comfortable ride were what made the Crown Coupe stand out. Number 3. 1973 Nissan Cedric 2600GL. The 1973 Nissan Cedric 2600GL was another example of a car that could have easily been overlooked. With its clean lines and formal design, it looked like just another executive sedan blending into traffic. But under the hood, the Cedric 2600GL was hiding something special. It featured a 2.6-liter inline-six engine, producing 140 horsepower and 152 pound-feet of torque. The car could hustle from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 11 seconds, making it a surprisingly quick performer for its class. What really set the Cedric apart was its combination of luxury and performance. Inside, it had plush, comfortable seats and high-quality materials that made long trips a breeze. But when it was time to push the pedal to the metal, the Cedric could hold its own on winding roads, offering a confident and composed driving experience. Number 2. 1977 Toyota Mark II Coupe G X61 Precursor MX28. The 1977 Toyota Mark II Coupe G X61 was a true precursor to the iconic Mark II lineup. It was a perfect balance of elegance and performance, with a refined design and just enough muscle under the hood to offer a thrilling experience without drawing too much attention. Powered by a 2.6-liter inline-six engine, it delivered 140 horsepower and 152 pound-feet of torque. It could reach 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 11 seconds, offering a smooth, engaging ride for those who craved a bit of performance without the flash. Number 1. 1972 Mazda Capella Rotary GS RX2. Finally, we come to the 1972 Mazda Capella Rotary GS RX2, one of the most iconic sleeper cars of the 1970s. This car combined Mazda's revolutionary rotary engine with a compact, sporty package that flew under the radar. The RX2 packed a 12A rotary engine, producing 130 horsepower and 114 pound-feet of torque, which helped it go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just under 9 seconds. Its lightweight construction and sharp handling made it a joy to drive, and its minimalist interior kept the focus on the driving experience. Despite its quirks, like the rotary engine's fuel efficiency and maintenance needs, the RX2 was a true sleeper that could leave muscle cars behind at the stoplight. There you have it. 10 of the most iconic Japanese sleeper cars from the 1970s. These cars may not have had the loudest engines or the flashiest designs, but they packed plenty of surprises under the hood. Whether it was the quiet performance of the Toyota Corona Mark II or the rotary magic of the Mazda RX2, these cars proved that a little subtlety could go a long way when it came to performance. Which of these Japanese sleepers surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into Japan's hidden gems, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.